What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on the Justice League versus Suicide Squad issue 3 and 4. I won't be ruining the whole episode, just a general overview. You can download these on the DC Comics app on the iPhone and Android, I believe. Awesome little mini-series. Not sure how long it's going for. If you know how many issues there are, comment down below. So the issue started with Katana and Rick Flag looking for a black box, which ends up being kind of video security footage of people breaking out from this prison, and Katana puts a sword away because the only living souls there are her and Rick Flag, which is kind of an interesting episode. So we find out that later on in this episode that it's footage of Lobo, etc., who Amanda Waller actually created, and they work as a team. So technically they were a version of the Suicide Squad, and now they're coming to kill her, which is kind of interesting. So Amanda Waller locked up the Justice League on purpose so that they could help her. So obviously they locked Batman up quite bad. I don't really know how Batman kind of gets out of every situation that he's in, but Batman broke out. So Maxwell has the kind of Lobo, Johnny Sorrow, etc. under his mind control. He hasn't actually got mind control though, but his ability is he can manipulate people into doing what he wants, which is a very interesting power, and his character's really, really interesting. So by the end of this episode, they are coming to get Amanda Waller. They want her dead, but Maxwell's kind of mission isn't that. This is just to kind of to keep Amanda Waller busy while he tries to steal something. So we discover that kind of the Suicide Squad and Justice League have a bit of chat with each other, and they kind of are joking about how the Justice League think they're better and they're not. Kind of interesting. We find out that Killer Frost was motivated by Superman, and that's how she got a PhD. He kind of motivated her to go on before she was Killer Frost. We find out a little bit about the background, about where they're all from, obviously Lobo being the main man, and their kind of backgrounds are quite interesting. Like I said, I'm not going to go into massive details. So Amanda Waller got the Justice League there because she wants the Suicide Squad and Justice League to protect her, and they all kind of laugh at her, which is kind of funny. So really interesting little comic book arc. Can't wait for the kind of next week's episode, which could be quite cool. So now we're on to episode 4, issue 4, when Lobo, Johnny Sorrow. If you see Johnny Sorrow's real face, apparently you die, which is kind of cool. So this issue, initially I thought it was Justice League versus Suicide Squad, but now they're teaming up, so it's Justice League versus Suicide Squad versus Maxwell's team, who is Johnny Sorrow, Lobo, and a few others. I really hope Lobo gets his own movie. Lobo is a sick character. So Maxwell is basically trying to get something called the Eclipse Diamond, that if he gets this object, if he touches it, he can manipulate anybody into being the worst versions of themselves, which is really interesting. So he essentially could make the world evil. He can control the evil. Killer Frost tries to stop him, but he manipulates her into his thinking, and then basically at the end it's Justice League versus the world. So the kind of Justice League goes evil. Pretty cool arc. Really, really loving this. So like I said, it's just a general overview. I don't want to ruin too much, but I've gone over the main kind of points. Really cool how kind of Harlequin saved woman's ass again. So that's kind of interesting. Lobo is my favourite character throughout this arc. He's such a cool character. Kind of reminds me of Deadpool, but Lobo is 20 times more savage. Everyone calls him the main man. So it's cool that Katana got introduced into this episode. One of the people from Maxwell's team is from the future, uses Green Lantern technology. So pretty cool stuff. I mean, you see in the graphics here for next week's issue, that it looks freaking awesome. So good, and the artwork for this arc is just amazing. So if you haven't checked it out, I think you should check it out. Really looking forward to seeing where this story is going. Anyway, just short informative video about Justice League versus Suicide Squad issue 3 and 4. We'll catch you in another comic book review. which should be next week. I think issue 5 comes out then. And like I said at the start, if you know how many issues this little arc's running for, let me know in the comments down below. Any video ideas or anything in the comments down below, and we'll catch you in another video. Peace. And also, if you want to hit the thumbs up, that would help the channel if you wanna. Peace. Goodbye. Peace.